Okay, CV for critical value. First thing you got to find, what makes the fractions undefined? There's only one fraction I need to worry about, and that's this one right here. What makes it undefined? 2. So one critical value is 2. Now you solve it. Like there's an equal sign there. And I know we have most of this down, but it doesn't hurt to review it. Now solve it for x. Common denominator for 3, x minus 2, and 4, we said, well, for 3 and 4, what was my common denominator? For 3 and 4? 12, right? And then we said, well, I didn't take care, I still have what left over? I took care of the 3, I took care of the 4, but there's still an x minus 2 here. All right, so that's what I'm going to multiply this first one by. 12 times x minus 2. Perfect timing. There we go. What's going to cancel? What's canceling up here? The 3's gone and the 12, but what's left? A 4. Now, we talked about this. How many things am I asking you to multiply right here? How many things am I asking you to multiply? The 4, the x minus 2, and the x. How many? 3. You only can do 2 at a time. So multiply the 2 easiest ones for you, which would be what? 4 and the x. So take the 4 and the x, multiply, and you get 4x. But you still have to multiply that by what? What's the third thing still left over? X minus 2. So go ahead, distribute, and you get what? 4x squared minus 8x. Okay, that's just for this fraction. We still got 3 more to take care of. That's just for this fraction. Questions? Keep going. Multiply this one by 12 times x minus 2. Now what cancels? Yep. So this one's real easy to multiply. It's just minus 12. All good so far. Equals. Same thing. 12 times x minus 2. What cancels now? Okay, the 4 and the 12, but what's left? A 3. Once again, 3 things to multiply. I would probably take the 3 in one of the parentheses to multiply first. So you have 3 times x minus 2, which will give you what? 3x minus 6. But I still got to multiply that with, what was my third thing I need to multiply? Okay. And I think this is where we kind of left it yesterday. Okay, this is where we left it. All right, so I get 4x. Nothing can happen on this side. This side, you got to double distribute. And that's hopefully something you're comfortable with. I can't really help you out at this point. Brett. I'm going to say if that worked, okay. It's not how I'm going to show it, but if you get away with that, okay. I always like to make one side equal to 0. So I get 3x squared minus 3x minus 6 on this side when I double distribute. Okay, you can do that. I don't know if it'll work out every time. I'm not confident in saying that, but I am confident in saying before you do factor, make one side equal to what? 0. So go ahead and move the 3x squared over, you get x squared. Move the negative 3x over, you get what? Negative 5x. And move the 6 over by adding it, you get minus. All right, look to factor. 2 numbers that multiply to negative 6 but add to negative 5. Minus 6 and plus 1. So I get 2 answers right now. X equals positive 6 and x equals negative 1. Now these become also what? Critical values. All right, so now I have not only the 2, but now I got the 6 and the negative 1. All right. Not my answer, no. My critical values, which I'm going to put on my number line now. Right? because this is an inequality problem. So I need to put it on the number line and test values in between. So here we go, everyone. Get those calculators fired up. If you're not at this point. All right, I got -1. I have 2, and I have 6 as my critical values. Okay, pick numbers, or you can pick your own. I don't care what number to the left of -1. -2. In between, I'll pick 0. Between 2 and 6. And after 6. Fine. There we go. Let's test each one right now. Okay, so I'm first going to test -2. And if you weren't here yesterday, the first way you test, everyone go to your calculators, take -2, the value I'm testing, store it in for what variable am I here? You can do X all the time, but I'm going to stay consistent with. Why isn't it coming back? Right. Oh, it is X in here. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to take -2, store it in for X, enter. Okay, I'm going to go back. Type in the left side of the equation right now. X over 3 minus 1 over X minus 2. Okay. So I'm going to go use my fraction template right now. X over 3 minus, what was it, 1 over X minus 2, right? 1 over X minus 2. And I'm going to get a number, -5/12. So I go back. And I say, is -5 over 12. What's the sign I used originally? Less than or equal to? Less than or equal to, and then go ahead and type in the right side now, which is X plus 1 over 5. And I get -1/5. And now we have a debate. Is that a true statement or not? -5/12 less than -1/5. Check the decimal. Check the decimal if you're concerned, right? That's what we can always do. Is -5/12 less than -1/5? Okay, I think just by your puzzled looks, I should go to the decimal myself. So -5 over 12 is that one. -1/5 is that one. Yep.
Isn't it over 4?
Did I miss?
That's what I got.
Oh, it's over 4, huh? Okay, let me change that. So -1/4 instead? Okay, thank you. Figure that out. Okay, so that's -1/4. Still got to go back and figure out the decimal. So it's that's -1/4. Okay, you guys compare right now. I got -0.4166 and -0.225. Which one's the smaller one? Which one's further out on the number line? -0.25 or -0.4? Which one's further out on the number line? -0.4, right? Further out on the number line, so it's less than. Right, it's less than, so this is true or false? This is true. All right, now I do the same thing, but now for 0, 4, and 8 in for X. So go ahead right now, test 0, 4, and 8 on your own if you haven't already, or test your numbers, whatever you had. And remember, some of you guys that have this ability on your calculator, you can go up and copy paste. Okay, how are we doing here? What happened when you test 0? Is 1/2 less than 1/4? Nope, that's a no-go, so that's a no. Was 5/6 less than 5/4? That's what I got for 4. Is that true? 5/6 less than 5/4? True or not? Yep. If you guys are having difficult with the true, let me know. And then the final one is 5/2 less than 9/4? 5/2 less than 9/4? Going? You just got to put the decimal in, right? Not 5/2 is what? 2.5? And then what's 9/4? 2.25, right? So it's got to be false. Yep. Okay, let's take a look at where we are right now for our solution. Somebody in words tell me the solution here. In your own words before we write it down mathematically. In your own words, how do I write this right here? Anybody want to take a stab at it? Ashley? Well, I don't even want to know how to write it. I'll help you write it. You tell me in your own words, what's this solution right here? Done. Okay, so here you go. First part is x such that x is less than -1. Now we got to talk. Should it get an or equal to or not? Was -1, is that a solution or a critical value? I'm sorry, is it a solution or an undefined? Was this -1? Was it a solution for us or a negative value? It was a solution, right? So if it's a solution, go back to the original problem. Did it have an or equal to attached to it? My original problem, did it have an or equal to? Yes, so that means anything for the solution will have an or equal to. Undefined never does, remember. And we also have, first time we've done this. How do I express this right here? In your own words. Greater than 2, but less than 6. In between 2 and 6, right? Everyone agree? In between 2 and 6. Or, I got 2 and 6 with x in the middle. It's got to be, what'd you say for the 2? Ready? Greater, x has to be greater than 2, but, so they're both going to the left. Oh, well, I'm not there yet. Not there yet. I'm going to ask, that's my next question. That's my next question. 2 Was it undefined or a solution? Was 2 an undefined or a solution? It was my undefined value at the beginning, so it should not have anything. Was 6 a solution or an undefined value? Solution, so it should get and less than or equal to because the original did. Questions? I'm going to do one. This next one goes a lot quicker, and then you're on your own. Well, I shouldn't say on your own. I'm going to come around and sit with you to make sure you know what's going on. All right, here we go. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, multiple choice. Which graph represents it? Right off the bat, I see the inequality. I know I got to pick what's my first critical value right off the bat? 2. That's what it makes it undefined. So can somebody eliminate 2 choices for me already? It can't be. There's no chance. Because I know a critical value is 2, there's no chance it could be these 2 choices. Lily? 1 and 2? Yep. You know there's got to be something at 2 there. And then here, it includes 2. So how could I have that, right? All right, how could I have that? All right, let's solve it now. Equal to 7 now. What's your common denominator? X minus 2, right? So multiply both of these by x minus 2. First fraction, what cancels out? Okay, so what are you left with? And on the right side, nothing cancels out. What's up, Jenna? Go ahead. Okay, move your x's over. No factoring here. This is why this one will go a lot quicker. There's no factoring at all. So go ahead and move your x's over. What do you get? 6x equal to what? If I add 14 over? 30. So x equals 5. So there is another critical value. Okay, where are both these going to go now? On your number line. 5 and 2, right? Let's pick 0, right? What do you want to pick in between? 3 and outside. There we go. Store them. See if they work. Did 0 work? How about 3? And then how about 6? So it should have been, what are you putting at 2? Open or close? Does it include, I should ask, sorry. Is 2 your critical value or your solution? So it's not never including. Was 5 solution or critical value? Okay, if it was a solution, go back to the original problem. Did I have an or equal to there? Yep, so that'll get a closed, go into this side. Okay. I gotta challenge you. How would you write this solution? X such that, here you go. I'm gonna have you write it on Friday, yes. There's one and only one of these problems on Friday's test, and I am gonna have you write it out. I don't want a number line. So X such that, here we go. Somebody explain what I should write for this. X is less than 2. Should I put the or equal to? Nope. And then what am I putting in between here? Or, explain to me the right side. Greater than, or equal to 5. So that's how I would write that solution. Okay. Okay, you guys have an assignment down below. Here is the answer key right up here. I am pretty much gonna just sit with everyone and see how you're doing. Okay. So let's get to it. If you want to work with somebody else, that's fine. If you want to work solo, that's fine too. But I'm coming around to everyone to sit with them.